I have such a little nugget with me right now. Can I tell you that these last 3 days have been amazing, having all of these dogs running around the studio?
If anyone at home doesn't have that unconditional love of a dog at home, you're really missing out on one of life's greatest joys.
Greatest joys. Now, we are going to fix that for you by introducing you to just one of the dogs looking for a forever home right now. Brandi and Andrea, he's a leaner. I love it. Who is this that you brought?
This little melting dog right here is Gunther. He is a 10-month-old mix of something. He looks like he has these cute little pink piggy ears. He's so sweet, so loving, so affectionate, and he's looking for a home from our shelter. He was transferred into our care from a different shelter that really needed our help, and so we were able to do that because of the people who've been calling in from this pledge, our long-term donors, the dollars from our community that allow us to provide a second chance to dogs like Gunther.
And he's a puppy still. You were telling us he's 10 months old.
He's 10 months old. He's very well behaved. He's very calm. He plays well with other dogs, and he is going to be such a loyal companion to the people who take him home. Look at his eyes. Oh.
As soon as you guys brought him in, I looked at him and I said, oh my gosh, I love him. I'm going to have to text my husband. He is adorable.
Exactly, and if people see this on Facebook, and we did a great video with Gunther in it on our Facebook yesterday. You have to go to our Facebook page and share that video because it takes a village to find every shelter pet at home. And it really, if you can't adopt, then donate. If you can't donate, then please share on Facebook. Social media helps these pets tremendously.
Oh, we know you're sharing some memes out there. Share that Humane Society video. Do some good.
Let's get Gunther at home.
And I always joke, Brandi, that, you know, I want to take all of these dogs home. If I were at the shelter every day with you guys, I would have a home that was overrun because I would just want to open up my heart. You know, Gunther's really melting my heart right now. But you kind of have a great story about you and animals of your own.
I do. I won't tell you about my entire crew because we don't have enough time. But I will tell you about a special dog named Roosevelt that actually came to us last November as a transfer from another organization. Great dog, 12-year-old shepherd, was put on what is called the E-list in organizations that don't feel like they can medically treat or take care of a pet. So we transferred him to the Humane Society of Southern Arizona. We fixed some undiagnosed and neglected medical issues that he had. I, of course, fell in love with him because he was an old man and took him home. He fit in my house immediately. It was like he has always been there. However, he promptly dumped me for my husband, which I'm still a little bitter about, but I'm getting over it.
Turned out to be a daddy's
He did, yes. He looked at him once, looked at me, and then said, I'll see you later.
Oh.
So it's a divided house now. 3 dogs belong to me, 1 belongs to my husband.
He had to get one.
One.
But I couldn't imagine him not being in my life and our family, and he'll, you know, I don't know how much time he has left with us, but he, you know, the generosity of our community allows pets like that to come into our shelter and get a second chance.
Oh. Now, ever since you've been a part of the Humane Society, you guys have really adopted and being able to turn into a no-kill shelter. Tell us what that means and how, I mean, how exciting that is to be that.
Yeah, a few years ago, we really started reevaluating our process of taking animals in, and we started managing the intake to be able to help those that were coming through our door. So if it crosses our threshold, we will help it to the end, and the end may be humane euthanasia if it's a really sick or ailing animal, but 95% of the animals that come into us find a new home. Dogs like Gunther, you know, perfectly wonderful dogs that are in small Southern Arizona communities that don't have the ability and the resources to find them homes, we get to go in and transfer dogs like him into our care, and we'll find him a home here.
Tina's going to put him to sleep.
Oh,
look at it.
Going to sleep.
He's pretty sweet.
Oh, Stout's watching right now saying,
jealous.
Yeah, no, bring Gunther home. Andrea, well, because we are a no-kill shelter, because, like you said, we want to make sure, you know, every animal gets the fighting chance, we want to make sure they find a home, that takes money because that's a kennel, that's blankets, that's food, that's everything that goes along with it, and that's why these dollars are so important.
It definitely does. There are pets like Gunther that come into our care that are so easy. All it takes is a couple of vaccinations and a neuter surgery, and then we're able to get them to their forever home. But of course, there are those pets like the ones we met yesterday that need extra care. They need a little extra TLC, and every single thing costs money. It costs $1 a day to feed every dog, and I told you yesterday we have 126 pets that need a home. That's $126 a day just on the adoptable pets, not the ones who are waiting to become available for adoption. I mean, that's a lot of dog and cat food and bunny food.
And you guys
therapy.
also do a lot, though, too. You were saying there's a food bank, right? That people, if they need food for their dogs, they can also come, or animals, all animals, right?
Exactly, yeah. Once a month, our community gives to us and we give back to our community. So once a month, we are able to provide donated food to families that are in need, because if you're able to feed your dog for one more month, that's less likely of a chance that you're going to be faced with the situation of having to relinquish your dog into our care, because you know it would be a better situation for them. So whatever we can do to prevent that, whether it's from our low-cost vaccination clinic, making sure people are able to afford their vaccinations, to our monthly food bank, it's giving back because we're lucky enough to be so loved in our community.
That's why these dollars are so important right now for the Pledge for Pets. So it really doesn't take much to change an entire life. So why not take just a moment of your time and make a pledge? All you have to do now, pick up the phone, 881-7401. You can also log on to hssaz.org.